Does this ever happen to you in your Chrysler Pacifica? Just as the door's about to latch, it backs up. Door, why won't you close? Well, if it does, stay tuned because I'm going to fix you right up. All right, before we go ahead and try to fix this problem, we got to understand what's causing the problem. So it's really that safety feature to make sure a child or an adult doesn't get crushed by the automatic closing door, which could be very bad. So this system has a small electric motor that automatically closes it, and what the computer module, the control module of that motor is doing is monitoring the amperage that motor is drawing, thereby giving you an indication of the torque the motor is using and how much resistance there is to closing it. The engineers at Chrysler set a limit in that amperage. When it is reached, the door reverses and opens back up, sensing that there's an obstruction in the way. Just like your garage door, there's a little dial on your opener to set that what that threshold is to make sure nobody gets crushed and hurt. Ah! All right, so what we need to figure out here is, as new, these doors work perfectly. So what the procedure the engineers at Chrysler use is they actually actuate these doors in real time or data log how much torque the motor needs to close and open the door. Then they pick a limit somewhat above that and set that as the limit um, for safety to make sure things aren't getting crushed in here. So what's happened to our doors over time, this is a 2017, so it's about 4 years old, is somewhere in this mechanism, it's taking more torque to close the door than it did as new. So one of the things I tried first, since it's happening during the latching stage, is greasing the latches. And that made no difference whatsoever. I've kept you in suspense long enough. I've figured out the problem is because of the weather stripping. Over time, this weather stripping dries out, increases friction on the door. The program thinks, hey, the electric motor is having to put more torque in than anticipated to close the door. So it thinks that there's an obstruction, a child, somebody's arm is in the way. And for safety reasons, it backs up. Well, the fix for that is a bottle of silicone spray here. So we're going to use this to lubricate those seals all around the door, and this problem will go away. All right, what you want to do with this silicone spray, it's pretty simple. Just spray it on your weather stripping here and wipe off the excess with a rag. Now, if you don't want it to get all over the place, I suggest putting it on your rag and then wiping it on. But it's that simple, and your problem will go away. I bet you'll wish you'd done this a lot sooner. The only watch out for this silicone spray, body shops absolutely despise this stuff because if you go to paint and this is anywhere on what you're painting, it will fisheye the paint like crazy. So if you plan on painting something, do not use this. Stay away from it. But otherwise, you're good to go. That's okay. Ooh, so satisfying. Who knew it could be fixed with a can of silicone?